Du, du, du. Hello, good evening, and welcome to PSI. Hello. Who's that? Who's in? So we're going to have a chat. We're going to talk about some of the things we're doing. I've lost my pen. A few years back, we used to investigate private residences. You know, people would contact us and say, "We've got a ghost. Can you come and check it out?" We didn't do too much background checking on people back then. And this is going back about 7 years. Hello, how are you doing? I'll just change the chat onto live chat. Mike, hello, how are you doing? L Southwest, good evening. Or was it E1? So yeah, about 7 or so years ago, we used to do quite a lot of private investigations, going around to people's houses. They were complaining they had bad spirits. There was one time somebody claimed they had a demon in the house. We went and investigated that as well. They had a team in before us, and they said this team was going to charge them £500 to get rid of this demon. So obviously we come around, we didn't charge them a penny because we don't. And we investigated the property, and it ended up. Oh, sorry. Good evening, Babs, and good evening, Rachel. Hello, Jack. How are you doing? Babs, just to let you know, Tony is on a Zoom meeting with the Warren Foundation. I was speaking to them on Monday. He's talking to them now, so he should be on TikTok roughly from 9, maybe 9 to 9:30. Hello, Mike. So yeah, we've been talking about it, Tony and I, discussing going back to people's houses. But there's going to be a difference now. They're going to be vetted and everything through a Zoom meeting first, or through a messenger kind of video call, just to talk to them and fill out like a questionnaire before we waste any time. Because before, when we did it about 7 years ago, people were saying, "Oh, I've got this ghost, please come and check it out. I can't sleep. There's all this banging and things." So we went and investigated it. It was nothing. Basically, they'd been watching too much of this paranormal TV, these shows. They just wanted to experience what it was like having a team of investigators around. So we stopped doing it. Oh, no worries, Babs. No worries. But we've recently been chatting and saying, you know, we need to start doing that again. We're doing it for the Warren Foundation because we are members of the Warren Foundation. So if they get any calls over here in the UK, they would possibly contact Tony and I if it's in this area, and we would look into that with the director of the UK. But PSI will be doing its own investigations as well, back to possible haunted locations in Hull, East Riding, you know, just round the local area. Oh, I'm glad you're okay, Jack. I'm doing good. Good evening, Bay Calver. So yeah, that's what we shall be doing, hopefully. And obviously that won't be live because it has to remain private. Unless the client specifically wants us to make other people aware of what's happening, then, you know, we'll respect the client's wishes. So yeah, that's something coming up. I need to do just sort of a few things out before I start putting that back out on the social media channels. So what have we all been up to? What have we been doing through the week? Obviously working. Some of us, I haven't been at work this week. I'm still on sick. I'm back on Monday. I know Jack's just been to... Sorry, what's that? I've broken my YouTube. You're in a small box on my screen and I don't know how to change it. Don't know, Rachel. Don't know what you've done. Are you watching on your phone or on a desktop or something? So I don't know if you can see where the chat box is. There's some little icons, some love arts. Just keep clicking on it. We're trying to get more people in to make them aware of some of the things we're going to be doing. I'm just clicking out on myself. Definitely broken. Who's that, Babsy? Rachel or her computer? Mike, how's work been? I know you've been fairly busy. On your phone, you think you've done split screen and not sure how you did it. I'm not sure. Oh, both. Babsy's saying Rachel is broken. Okay. So I wanted to show you this as well. Every time we get a new bit of kit, something else to add to it. I know we've already got quite a bit of kit, but we can't help it. We've just recently got one of these. It's an Olympus. Some of you may have seen these before. They are controlled by just one button. Basically, that's it. So you can go to play, record, stop, play, rewind, all just by using your thumb. Reason we got these is because I'll show you. If it's not flat, the screen all lights up in the dark. Some of them, like the other Olympus, what I have, when you put that one on, the writing is black. So you have to kind of shine your torch on it to see what's set in. With that, it just lights up, and you don't have to know what buttons you're pressing because you just slide your thumb up and down like that. Oh crap! I've just recorded something. So yeah, we've just got those. Tony thought it was a good idea to invest in a couple, so there's a couple of more to go in the kit there. So we're going to be testing those out on the next investigation we're doing. Maybe worth looking into it and getting one yourselves. Look, and these actually they have their own little docking bay as well. You can either plug them into a USB or just sit them in a little docking bay. And it's got all sorts of stuff at the back. You can transfer it onto your computer and things. That model is the DS7000. Cool. It is Jack. So yeah, Jack, if you're looking at getting, because I know you do a lot of Ghostbox and EVP, or trying to capture EVP recordings, get one of these. Just takes a little bit of figuring out what's what when you're sliding it up and down. But after you've done that, it's all right. Hello, Badger. How are you doing? So yeah, Badger, I'm sure you are aware that I did email you both of our what do you call it? Our IDs on the Oculus, so we can go into virtual reality together. If you are aware of anything, Badger, what we can all go into at once, doesn't have to be a paid game or anything, just so we can have a chat in VR and things. That'd be cool. Tina, hello. Work is okay, thanks. I've had a few more little things happen with patient call bells going off when they shouldn't. Oh, that's creepy, isn't it, Mike? And obviously you can't get patients on any kind of recording or anything, but it'd be cool if you could get something without the patients being there, wouldn't it? Because I know you sent us that photograph. If you get anything else, if you send us it, we'll do another video on it. And Badger's saying it's a Nokia 3325. What is your phone? Or Rachel's? Groovy. Got them, thanks. Up for that. Yeah, cool, Badger. It'll be cool. If we go on the VR sets on a Saturday, we tend to have a little drink before, and we can. It gets really funny. Jack's getting the new PSP 7 Spirit Box Pro. What's that all about then, Jack? I know the one previous that had. Was it like a temperature meter on it? I'm sure it was a temperature meter. This will be Tony. I'll ring him back. If anybody sees Tony on TikTok, tell him I shall ring him back. I'm just on a live. I'll put him on. Hang on, I'll put him on loudspeaker. Hello?
Hello? You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Oh, you just...
I've just had my interview with Lana. It wasn't last night. She changed it to tonight.
All right. Well,
that wasn't a problem.
All right.
But I literally just finished, yeah.
All right. Well, just on a live on YouTube, so I'll just put you on so everybody can have a chat with you.
All right. Excellent.
So yeah, this
how's it going? How's the live going?
It's all right. We just started. Just saying hello to everybody. I've just Badger's informed me he's received an email. I sent him our details for the Oculus, so hopefully at some point we'll be going live in VR.
Wunderbar. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, good.
So apparently memberships on TikTok have 30% off, Barbara is saying. So she said, push people on your TikTok to get a membership.
Right, okay.
While it's cheap.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, wonderful.
Cool.
I was just hoping to have some time tonight to fill a load of bloody legal forms in, because I've been sent a huge pack today, but I'm still doing the live, so that I'll do a bit later and a little bit tomorrow night. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I'll do that. But now, just at the minute, I'm looking at my tea. I haven't even had the tea yet, so.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, do you know, I can't have anything, can I?
So the Annabelle Project is up on our channel now, Tony, episode 4, as I'm pretty sure you're aware.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
And it's pretty cool. There's some stuff in there what we didn't pick up on the night when we was filming. There's some knocks and even a little girl's voice screaming in the background or something.
Really?
Yeah. But I've highlighted it on the screen. So if all the members want to take a look at that later, they'll probably find it interesting.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll mention that. Yeah, I'll mention that in the live. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool. But
fantastic.
I will speak to you about the meeting later. Obviously, I won't do it on the live.
Yes. Yeah, no problems. Well, I'll let you get on with the live, dude, and I'll get on with my tea. I'm absolutely bloody starving.
Right.
And we'll have a bit of a chat a bit later.
All right, no worries. I'll catch you later.
All right, dude. Catch you soon.
See you later. Bye. Cool. So there you have it. Yeah, we both had meetings with the Warren Foundation on separate nights because we was both doing different things. It was just to update us on what's going on in the foundation. And they don't have any cases here in the UK at the minute, which is a shame because we wanted to get out and investigate with the foundation. So if you know anybody what needs help, just contact either the Warren Foundation or us. More than likely, if it's in the UK, it'll be us anyway doing it. Hi, Jaya. Mike just watched the Annabelle Project before coming on live. It was really interesting. Oh, cool. Glad you liked it. The test subjects, that's what we have to call them in the film. But it's our moderators, all 4 of them. Obviously not Rochelle because she's over in Canada somewhere. We know that they thought it wasn't a very good night because nothing particular out of the ordinary was happening, but it was. The Annabelle Project is actually about the test subjects. We're documenting them. I have said this to them before. I said, don't worry if nothing comes, the table doesn't move or the Ouija board planchette doesn't move. Do not worry about it because we're here documenting what's happening with you. It's not about any kind of paranormal activity, even though that's a bonus if it happens. It's to document the test subjects pretty much. And I won't spoil it, but if you watch it, I do mention it, why things are happening. By just saying my haunted hotel are doing 3-day live stream, 22nd of October, which incidentally is your birthday. Oh, cool. If we're not doing anything, I might actually jump on that. Yeah, Rachel's saying, if you want to see the Annabelle Project episodes 1 to 4, please join PSI membership program. Just click join. It is different every month. The Annabelle Project episode 3, I believe, has been up to now has been the most active, but the recent one, there's a lot of psychological things going on. What the test subjects I'm not aware of, which is affecting the experiments, which we thought was really good. Hello from New England, Brian. Tuck Norris, hello. Hope I am well. I'm a lot better than last week. Still having issues, obviously, until I get it sorted out. But yeah, cool. I'm still here. That's a bonus. What's that Jack saying about the new PSB7? It's the Rev 5 and 6 of the temperature flashlight on it. The PSB7 Spirit Box Pro is Gary Galka's new one, which has come out. Yeah, but what's the difference, Jack? What does the new one do? What does the Pro do? I'm not sure which version mine is. Mine hasn't got the temperature or the torch on. To be honest, I wouldn't want it to, because not only is it going to drain your batteries quicker, if it's got a temperature probe in it and you're holding it, I mean, I'll use this voice recorder. Imagine that was a PSB7 and I'm holding on to it, obviously with the antenna coming. I'm just listening. I'm holding on to it. So it's going to start reading pretty much body temperature, isn't it? Or close to, if it depending how cold it is outside. So that would affect your temperature readings if it was built into a handheld object. And the PSB7 is really small. It is probably about that size, but a tiny bit wider, maybe. So it just fits in the palm of your hand. That's the only thing with them things with the temperature. I'm the same with the millimeter, but obviously the millimeter has the probe coming out the top, so that's not so bad. The resident believer is in the chat. So yeah, Jack, what is the difference, Jack, between obviously the one with the light and the EMF? Sorry, is it an EMF? No, sorry, the temperature on, and the new one, the Pro. Where's my drink? When you set, what's that, Brian? When you use the temperature setting on the PSB7, you're supposed to set it down. Well, I would if I was going to use that. But again, are you still not going to get kind of a false positive off that reading? Because even though it's set down, you've got a few things going on in your unit, haven't you? You've got, obviously, your batteries are doing what they do, and they've got ions bouncing about, creating temperature, not a high temperature, and your circuitry will start to get a little bit warm. Are you going to get a false reading? I don't know. I like to have my temperature meter separate from anything else, like I do with the sound recorders. I only want it to record sound, and that's it. Maybe that's just me being a bit anal. So I need to write it down that it's Badger's birthday on the 22nd of October, if I can find a pen. Oh, matron. I never thought about it like that. Say, because you can make it go off. I think it could certainly make a slight difference. That's just me looking at it from like a skeptical point of view. Hi, Gemma Clarkson. How are you doing? So where the chat is, if you're on a computer, there should be a love heart icon. Just tap it. Keep tapping it. Or whatever icon you want to tap. Welcome to the madhouse, Gemma. I'm just going to write that down, Badger, because I'm terrible at remembering birthdays and things. My Haunted Hotel are doing live streams 22nd, 24th, 29th. The last one they're going to do is stream from room 8. Yeah. I need to pull up the footage again, don't I? I'll make another video. When we was there, I mean, both Tony and I spent time in there by ourselves. I didn't experience anything. I was in there for 30, 40 minutes by myself, just sat there taking readings and just talking. If there's anybody there, can you make a noise or anything? You know, just doing what you do. And I didn't personally get anything in there. I didn't. I think the thing is with that, if you go in knowing the story about the Grace doll, then that kind of puts something in your head already, doesn't it? Knowing the stories of the Grace doll, but I didn't. And I've heard about it, but I didn't kind of let it affect me like that. I wasn't bothered. Some people go in there like with that fear, and fear manifests, and maybe that's the energy it needs for something to happen. But it'd be interesting. Yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I might jump on that live, depending what night of the week it is. I've got a couple of more videos I'm going to put out of my haunted hotel. It's from the one we was in. Danny Moss, who obviously does the editing and that with the haunted hotel, one of the staff, was give us permission to use it because we're in it. Mine's the Rev 4. This is quite big with flashlight, temperature, and mute button and other things on it. All right, Jack. It has milliseconds on it, up to 350 milliseconds. AM, FM. Yeah, wasn't it just FM before? I think they've always just scanned in milliseconds anyway. Mute button, maybe. Yeah, that'd maybe come in handy, I suppose. Just to, while you're asking questions, you mute it. But we just kind of put our hand over the speaker. Paranormal Chop Shop. What's up? Searchers of the Afterlife. Hello. How are you doing? We're good. Yeah, Jack, send me the link through Messenger. I'll have a look. I don't mind Gary Galkane. I've had a few chats with him. Um, 22nd of October. I need to write that down, don't I? I'm not going to send you a cake or anything, Badger, because it'll obviously get lost in the post. Somebody will eat it. We'll get Tony to sing you a birthday message on the guitar. What, I'm joking. Searchers of the Afterlife. Hello. What's my thoughts about skeptical not experiencing activity because they're not open to it? I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen, isn't it? I have we have actually worked with mediums before, and they're saying that nothing's happening because we're skeptical. We're putting a mental block on it. I'm like, no, if it was going to happen and it's haunted, it will do it. The thing is, we're not necessarily believers in the paranormal. This is what we tell people. We're kind of in the middle. We are skeptical, but you know, we're the type of people that need to kind of experience that and document that. And then we probably still won't call it paranormal. We just call it unexplained. Bear Calver, my husband is skeptical but comes with us because he wants to be proved wrong. We have certainly experienced things, and we are a skeptical team. What we experience things we can't explain. in the haunted hotel, for an example, I'll be putting that up probably tomorrow. Just a section where my shirt gets pulled, and then they do a shot of in the mirror where you can actually see it just being pulled out in the mirror as well. And that was at the haunted hotel. I still don't know what it was. Yeah, I'm glad he's enjoying it. To be fair, you get out and you meet loads of new people, and it's kind of a social thing as well, and you learn things on the way from different people as well. Glad to hear. We done a paranormal investigation in Gloucester. We've uploaded videos. We're a newish team, being around since September, but done many events previously. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, we used to do a lot of events with the public. We stopped doing public events because it basically getting on our nerves. We stopped enjoying the investigation because we had to look after the public. I mean, you know yourself, in the dark on a night in a graveyard or something, it's dangerous. You gotta keep an eye on the public, because if not, you can get sued for quite a bit. Obviously, we had insurance, but we kind of do what it just does, and we do meet other teams and investigate with other teams. Can you request Unchained Melody? I'll ask him, Badger. I'll write that down. I'm not sure if he knows that on guitar, but he can. Tony's a quick learner. He'll probably be able to play that within a few minutes. Yeah, searches of the Afterlife. Everybody check them out. Wherever they are, just click on the name and it should take you to their channel. Just click subscribe. What's that? There's Paranormal Investigation Group that holds events near me, but I don't bother because they use Ouija boards and stuff. To be fair, we've experimented with Ouija boards. We don't believe a Ouija board is anything to do with a ghost. It's the subconscious mind, and the intent. If you watch the Annabelle Project, what we've got out, but it's only available to members at the minute, you'll see is doing experiments using those and trying to prove that it's people on the board. And then the next one, I don't think I mentioned it to the mods if they're still in listening. I think Rachel's still here. Not sure if Barbara is. We're going to be blindfolding the moderators, the test subjects on the next experiment with a board. And also during the seance, we are going to be doing it in the dark, just a couple of candles lit. Because this is how they did it in the Philip experiment, and we're copying the way they did it. You don't have to use Ouija boards if you don't want to. We do it. No, you can't. I mean, you can't use a Ouija board as paranormal evidence unless you're filming that board with a planchette on and nobody's touched it, and then this planchette starts spelling something out without anyone touching it. And maybe it could be paranormal. But hello, Rough Dog Neville. You tell people that you're believing, but not most of the crap on YouTube, Brian. Yeah, we tell people we're skeptical. People think we're trying to prove that the paranormal exists, and we're not. We're just documenting it if it does exist. Like I say, we've both had experiences. Even people with us have had experiences, what we can't explain. But we can't say it's paranormal because there could be an explanation. We just haven't kind of figured it out yet. Badger in the club. You want it sung in club style? Hang on a second. Unchained Melody in club style. I've never heard that. You stop bringing guests. Sorry, you stopped being guests with the public and formed our own as we wanted to find out more. Exactly. You'll enjoy it a lot more without it being a public event, because you're getting involved in the investigation yourself. And whatever you do, try not to do what they do on TV. Just do your own thing. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Please remember to leave a like, guys, says Rachel. There's a love heart somewhere on the chat box. Just keep pressing it. Oh, sorry, Badger. I didn't see he was going. I'll see you soon, Badger. Clone by Gorgia. Am I saying that right? Gemma Clarkson, the idea motor effect. Yeah. Probably best if you Google that idea motor effect. It's kind of, how can I explain it? Like involuntary muscle spasm. You don't know you're doing it. Little twitches. Somebody's asking a question. Your subconscious mind already knows the answer. And you don't realize it's the people on the board what are doing it. It's being proven. For a more detailed thing about it, just Google it. Idea motor effect. It's the same with table tipping as well. But it's certain trigger words and things what kind of make the subconscious mind do it, and you don't know you're doing it, which will be explained in the Annabelle Project, what we're doing. You'll see it happening. Just may as well call us guinea pigs, Mark, instead of test subjects. I know. The only reason I call you guys test subjects on the Annabelle Project is because that's what they called them on the Philip experiment. And we're duplicating the Philip experiment using modern day kind of technology. And obviously the backstory is different. They used obviously just a made up story. They invented a ghost to see if they could manifest that said ghost. And they did. We're using the backstory of Annabelle to see if we can manifest it through a fake Annabelle doll. And we're having some success, to be honest. Episode 3, it was really wild. I thought all those bangs around the room. We documented it. We filmed it. So I wanted to say victims. I think cats and dogs are sensitive to paranormal events. They've just been cats and dogs. It's a good question, isn't it? Cats and dogs, are they sensitive to ghosts? Apparently their senses are a lot more heightened than ours, I think, aren't they? They're meant to be. I mean, I've had my animals and the dog just sit and stare into the corner of the room. And you're like, what are you looking at? And it feels a lot colder. Maybe. But apparently they're supposed to be. It's in a YouTube channel called Paranormal Scholar. The channel is very interesting. Stella. Hello, Stella. No, I haven't, but I'm going to write it down. When I get a chance tomorrow, I'm going to have a look. Paranormal Scholar. Exactly. Just because you can't explain it doesn't make it paranormal. Exactly, Brian. It's just unexplained. That's what we say all the time. I'm trying to think if there's ever been where we've called something actually paranormal. If we have, it in 18 years, maybe once or twice, if that. But I can't remember when. We always call it unexplained. Our dog would not go in a certain corner of the lounge every September. We later found out an old lady died in September. Yeah, Bay Calvert. The house I'm in now, downstairs, the neighbours said the lady that had this house before Tina, because it's Tina's house, and I moved in with Tina. She died in the house, in the property in there. Was saying she had a heart attack and she died in bed, which is in the room next to me. It wasn't in the bedroom. I keep telling Tina it's the downstairs room, because there's 2 downstairs rooms in our house. In the front room, in the corner, there was a sitting chair. She died in that. I can't stay in that room. I have a few times overnight, and I've had to leave it. It's terrible. Even my dog, what's now passed away, he was the same in that room. Didn't like it. Even now, I'm a bit edgy in that room. Don't like it. But that said, she's not a bad spirit or bad energy, if you like. I've seen her actually on the stairs, and I've seen her on the landing area. Tina's seen her in the bedroom. So we know she's about now and again. Can't prove it because we haven't documented it yet, but one day we will. Definitely do enjoy it more, as mentioned. It was our first on our own in Gloucester Prison, but we've decided it's definitely for us by ourselves. Yeah, it's the way to go. Searches of the Afterlife. I'm just writing that. You'll have a lot better investigation because you're not, I won't call it babysitting, but technically you are, because you're watching people for their safety rather than trying to investigate. So you can't give it 100%. And I hope you've got a small team. Is there a lot of you in your team? In PSI, there's 2 of us investigators. The rest of them are mods. The mods now and again will come with us. Obviously, they're doing the Annabelle Project with us. Now and again, we'll take a couple of the mods with us. But other than that, we prefer it to investigate alone. That we don't mind doing it with other teams as long as it's not a massive team, because there's too much that can kind of what should I say, interfere with your recordings and your experiments. At least when there's just 2 of us in PSI, we know where each other is. But I mean, we carry radios anywhere, so we know where we are in a building. So we know if there's something happening near me, it's not like Tony, because he's somewhere at the other side of the building. Godzilla in Japanese, right? Babsy saying Annabelle is real. I know, Babs, you don't like Annabelle, do you? You don't like the doll, even though it was you that made it. So Babsy, who is in the chat now, Babsy66, is one of our moderators and one of the test subjects. She is very good at making dolls and bears, and she's got her own page on Facebook. She actually made us the Annabelle doll, what you can see in the images on the thumbnails and things. If you contact Babsy, she may be able to make you something. She said it was a right twat of a job doing Annabelle. So I don't know if she wants to do another Annabelle, but you never know. What's your page called, Babs? Type it up in the chat and I'll give it a shout out, because I can't remember. Is it Treasured Memories or something like that? Memory's terrible, Bab. You're going to have to help me. Paranormal Scholar is good. Brand. Hey up, dude. So Tony's in on the chat now. He is Brand T19699. I thought he was going over onto TikTok. Thing is, you feel someone touch your head and there's nothing and no one around, what you're supposed to think. Exactly. You can't prove it unless you've obviously got a camera. But then again, you still might not be able to prove it, because camera recording your head may not see when you feel something. It can't do that, can it? The best thing for that is a thermal camera, which we use on investigation when we remember to take it, because sometimes we forget. Jack, yeah, Maureen. It is Maureen, yeah. Who's in our house, yeah. The spirit of Maureen. There's 5 of us. Bear Calvert is one of the team. We've never hosted the guest and decided didn't want to. Yeah, go around on your own is the best thing to do. But always stay in touch with your teammates. Always carry a radio if you split up. Depending what location it is, then we don't split up. But if it's one we feel we can, then we do, to obviously film more evidence. Treasured Bears on Facebook. Go have a look, guys, and join that page and buy a treasured memory bear off Babsy. Or if you want something making something, if you see it on that page and you like it, ask her if she can make you one. Loads of little cool Annabelles would be good, Babs. Can you do them? Little plushies. What's your Facebook link? People are asking, Babs. Oh, Rachel has put it up there, I think. Babs's link, the group link there. It's a group. So go join that on Facebook and contact Babs. She's excellent at making things like that. Hi, Shandy. How are you doing? Would I recommend getting insurance, and what type sectors of the afterlife? Like I say, if you're doing paranormal events with the public, then best that you'd get some sort of insurance cover. I don't know whereabouts you are. Are you in the UK or the States? I'm trying to think what insurance company I used. I think it was Westminster I used in the UK. It's all changed now. Some places what you investigate actually ask you for your insurance documents as well. Depends where you go. It depends what you want. Sometimes you can just use a liability waiver form if you get them to sign it, read it and sign it. You both get a copy. It depends what location you're doing, or you know, if there's a lot of expensive things, if you're doing like a museum or some kind of stately home, and you knock over a vase what's worth a couple of million, you need insurance. It depends what the location is. I wouldn't recommend it just getting it for getting its sake. You can just get insurance cover for one night. So if you need that, you just get it for one night. Be back in a minute, says Rachel. UK South Wales area. All right, I think it was Westminster I used, but this was going back a bit when we did public events. Just yourselves. I would recommend maybe leaving it until you get one of those locations where you think, I might need insurance here, some kind of public liability. But you can also get that sometimes the public liability can actually cover your paranormal equipment. It depends what you're willing to pay. I mean, I think they've gone up quite a lot now, these insurances. We've left it and we only get it if we need it, depending where we're going. Obviously, if you're doing a private residence, somebody's house, liability forms is your best way, to be honest. And never go by yourself. Always take at least two of you. Get them to sign it and you have a copy. You saw an Ace Dougal Magic Roundabout bag made on Blue Peter in 73. It was cool. Excellent. You saw it today. Are you going to buy it? Remember when we did that investigation at the lodge with another team? It was a good night, wasn't it? After the Paranormal Convention, we did that. Jack, that's going back a bit. I can't remember. Who was it we did it with? PSI was the first people to actually host a paranormal convention in the city of Hull. We only did it once. It was a lot of planning. We had about 400 people come through the door. We invited a lot of teams around. We didn't charge them a lot, £10 each to hire like a table so they can have their own little stall, if you like, to showcase what they did and what they sold and things. Searches the Afterlife. Brilliant, thank you. We've only just been told about it and we're in the dark, so that makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, don't rush out, don't panic and go and buy insurance, because personally, you don't need a lot of it in a lot of places. If that person is giving you permission to be on their location, normally that's good enough. But like I said, just get a form signature. Just type something up on a form, what you just can print out all the time. Oh, they showed you how to make it. Leslie Judd, BBC Archives. Okay. Paranormal Darkness from Nottingham. Was it? How do you remember things like that, Jack? That was ages ago. I'm writing that down as well. Paranormal Darkness. I can't remember the name. There was quite a few, wasn't there? Just pondering it on things, Bab. All right, Babs, can you make that sort of thing? Magic roundabout bags. Clicking away on these icons. What was I meant to be talking about tonight anyway? I keep getting sidetracked. I wrote it down somewhere. SR Spookfest. I don't think they're in tonight, but if you go over to SR Spookfest channel on YouTube, subscribe, take a look at their videos. They're making like Harry Potter ones and things. That's pretty cool. Babs is going to have a look and let me know. The Neville, Rough Dog. Got Halloween plans, Matt? Yes, we have. That's what I was going to talk about, isn't it? Yeah, it's an old Victorian prison. It's not that far from us. It's about an hour's drive. I'm not going to mention the name of it now. I'm sure most of you know where it is. We've done it before. Captured on video what I thought was a small boy hiding behind a door. Like, because the door opened up into another room, and in that other room on the far side of the wall was a mirror. And as I pan around with my video camera, it's really quick because I'm just looking around like this, holding it in my hand. I capture a glimpse of it in the mirror in the next room. Of it looks like a small boy in Victorian dress stood behind the door frame in the next room. And it's really strange because earlier on in exactly the same spot, the EMF meter kept getting triggered. We're doing it as an experiment. I'm like 70% sure Ricky is tagging along with us with Chloe because we are using them in an experiment that we're going to be doing there. It's going to be one cool investigation. If we can get a signal, we will go live on YouTube and possibly TikTok at the same time. The actual Victorian prison cells are below ground. They're like a basement, if you like, and they're in 3 passageways. So the signal may be a bit choppy, but I'm sure we should be able to get some form of signal. But upstairs in the building is the old courtroom where we will be streaming from as well. And there's an old exercise yard where they sent prisoners out. There's been a lot of deaths in that prison, a lot of hangings that prisoners have hung themselves. One was a woman. So it should be a good investigation on Halloween. Definitely booked in because I emailed them the other day. I always double check our locations a week or so before. Welcome back, Rachel. Babs, here's the profile picture on Facebook. Got a bear with an orange scarf. Asks Jaya. Have I watched Ouija Brothers and Amy's Crypt? I have not. No. I think Beardo keeps mentioning Ouija Brothers. Are they any good? Mark was streaking. You know what I did, Shandy, before I just come on this live? I was in the shower. I always wear clothes on the top part of me, but not below boxer shorts. I'm not going to stand up. That's a good tip too, Matt. Double check your reservation and make sure the venue hasn't double booked you accidentally with other paranormal teams. Exactly, Rough Dog. Neville. Because we have heard about it at this location before. This will be the second time we've done it. We didn't have it the first time, and we should be all right this time. But locations do sometimes do it because they don't communicate properly with the staff they've got themselves. So the left hand isn't telling the right hand what's going on. So although they brought it on like a bit of paper when somebody's rung up to book it, they haven't wrote it in their diary. Oh, it has a honey pot. The link, Shandy, is up the chat somewhere if you go have a look. You're not completely convinced it's innocently done, to be honest. No, I know what you're saying there, Neville. They do it obviously to get twice the money because Halloween is a popular time for paranormal teams. So then these two paranormal teams turn up, have a bit of an argument, or well, not argument, but a debate with each other, saying, well, I booked this. And they're going, well, so have we. They end up investigating together. Hasn't happened to us yet. Fingers crossed. We want the full location to ourselves. That's what we've paid for. So Rachel's put that link up again if anybody wants it for Babs's bears or Annabelle's, dare I say. Yeah, Tony's just saying now they'll be held to pay if we are double booked. But yeah, we're going there to do some experiments. Leave Chloe in one of the prison cells where the lady hung herself. We're going to leave her with a camera. Just asking out, and we're going to shut her in the cell. And we're going to go off somewhere. And because obviously it was a lady hanging, maybe that energy will interact with another woman. Just a theory. Bay Carver, good night from Searchers of the Afterlife. Everybody go check out Searchers of the Afterlife on YouTube and subscribe. Yeah, good night, Bay Carver. I'll write your name down and just have a look, see if I've subscribed. I think I have. Shandy doesn't do Facebook. You've got an Etsy shop, haven't you, Babs? Jay has got it. Cool. Gemma Clarkson saying Halloween thing sounds brilliant. It is. If you go onto the YouTube page, what you're on now, the PSI one, down it somewhere. What did I call it? The Old Nick Paranormal Investigation or something like that. There's 2 or 3 videos. One of them is me just giving you a tour of the building, basically, which we always do because not everybody can get to these places. So we like to film all around. It's like a virtual tour, if you like. And we put that up, and then we'll do another video, which is obviously interviewing people that work there and things. And then we'll do another one, which is an investigation separately. So both Tony and I investigate separately, and then we join up. So we get loads of different footage. And we get some cracking EVPs. There's some footsteps coming down the hall when there's nobody there. There's some voices, what we get. It's really, really weird. How long ago did she hang herself? Well, Victorian, the Victorian era. Fair bit ago. The Old Nick Theatre, Gainsborough. Yes. Oh, Babsy closed down her Etsy shop. I wonder why it's costing you, because it never cost me for the PSI one. Even we're not selling anything in ours at the minute. You would like to find out once and for all if your back bedroom is haunted, but we have had a long history with spirits. We just don't like to encourage any spirits to drop in. Best thing to do, Stella, is set up a camera. You know, don't expect it to happen overnight either. As you know, with hauntings, you can't predict them unless it's some kind of residual haunting. Your back bedroom is unused because of it. Yeah, leave a camera running. Better still, get a trail camera, and that way it will only turn on when there's kind of a motion in front of it, a motion sensor on it. If you've got a Ring camera as well, you can use them because they're linked to your mobile phone, don't they? And you can record them on your mobile phone. Neville, the nearest famous place haunted to you, Shrewsbury Jail. How far is that from us? Is that? I don't suppose you know, Neville. Is it expensive to hire that place? Do you think filming would encourage the spirits? It depends. What I would do, but this is me because I'm different. I'm an investigator. I would leave a camera in there and I would say out loud, you know, when I leave this room, can you please make yourself known and do something in front of the camera? Maybe leave a trigger object there, draw around a coin on a bit of paper, just leave it recording, or do some sound recordings. Is there anybody there? Record 10, 15 seconds, press stop, play back, see what's doing. And then if it doesn't work on that particular night, try it a different night. You may have a pattern there where it's happened various nights, you see. Or you don't want them. If you don't want them, Stella, don't do anything. Just leave it. No idea of the cost. Paranormal teams have done it. I think Most Haunted even made one there. Most Haunted. Shrewsbury Jail. Got loads of little post-its stuck all over the place. I'm going to write this down. Shrewsbury Jail. And we will look into it. Obviously, we investigated Derby Jail. And Richard Felix was there himself. He turned up to let us in. And I've still got some unseen footage from Richard Felix, what I need to put up, talking about witch marks on the doors and prison doors and things. We've also got a lot on the YouTube channel with Richard Felix, what we've already put up, which are pretty interesting, to be honest. The Blink camera is a good one too. The Blink camera. Is that what you've got, Babs? You haven't got a Ring. The Blink. Writing this down. So if anybody watches the TikTok channel, Tony, who is on here as Brant, that's his other account, is starting over on TikTok, and I don't know what he's doing, if he's gone yet. What day is it? Wednesday. He normally does kind of ESP experiment, what's in the box, or maybe short tarot readings, or even the Zena card readings, all for free. And you can all take part in that if you're over on TikTok. Just check out PSI Paranormal. It's our other channel over on TikTok. Shandy, not one for yes, twice for no. Exactly. It is as simple as that. It really is. Anyone watch Devil on Trial on Netflix? Is this anything to do? Is this a Warren thing? Oh no, that's The Devil Made Me Do It, isn't it? No, I haven't watched The Devil on Trial. Writing it down. Always watching different series on Netflix. Netflix. No, but I'll have a look. You like Simon Entwistle? He's telling the Pendle Witches stories. Amazing. Tuck Norris, yeah. I haven't actually met Simon, but I do know who he is. I have had a few little messenger conversations backwards and forwards. I did actually visit Pendle once, Pendle Hill, and the cemetery where the Nutter families are buried, which was accused of witchcraft, and there was hanged. Some of them were, anyway. Richard Felix has a YouTube channel. Really is worth a sub. He recently uploaded video about witches. It is. I mean, Richard Felix, he can talk for Britain. He doesn't shut up, but he knows his stuff. He's really good. I've been to Aki Old Courts and Cop Shop too, which is steeped in history. It was £25 for 3 hours. It's like, where's that? Aki Old Coats. Where's that, Stella? You know, we're always on the lookout for new locations for next year. I don't know if we'll fit any more in this year. The third Conjuring film wasn't great. Is that one The Devil Made Me Do It? I didn't mind the second one because it was about the Enfield poltergeist, even though it was completely wrong. I've actually got the written accounts of Maurice Grosse and was it Guy Lionel Playfair that was writing at the time and even did a book. I've got the original accounts in the book and it's nothing like the film. Obviously, they need people to watch it, so they kind of Hollywood it, don't they? Simon interested. He's friends with Ben Nall, your friend. Yeah. Carl turns up. All right. Don't think Carl's that impressed with PSI at the minute. Carl from Most Haunted. Because we have actually debunked Most Haunted and I don't think we're very happy. The possession of David. Yeah. You went to that cemetery today. I shiz you not. Did you, Shandy? Accrington. Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Is it in Accrington? You see, if it's not too far, we can normally do it. This is what we do with donations from the TikTok and YouTube. We put it back into PSI and it helps us go to places, pay for locations and things like that. That's what we do with it. Babs is off. She's gone to mod on TikTok. Cool. Tony will be on TikTok till probably around about 11 p.m. Thanks for coming, Babs. Good job you've done as normal. You always do a good job. Exactly, Neville. Who are they? 9 miles from Pendle Hill. It took me about 2.5 hours to get to Pendle Hill. It's doable then, Accrington. They were founder member of the Football League. I'll have you know. Okay. You know, it was because of that advert on TV, wasn't it, years ago? That's why everybody says that. Who are they? Accrington Stanley. Highgate Cemetery. I've not actually been to Highgate. Is this where all the celebs are buried? Keep meaning to do. I started to do short videos on like famous graves. I did one on Mick Ronson, David Bowie's guitarist, and then kind of stopped because I started doing other things. But it'd be cool to get a few more of those in. Famous grave videos. Oh, it is the one, yeah, with the famous celebs in. Isn't that the one where George Michael is as well? I should visit Edinburgh. Lots of places to visit. The vaults are pretty cool. You know, we've said we've always wanted to go to Edinburgh Vaults, but it is one hell of a drive for us. It's about 10 hours. The cemetery or the graveyard there is Greyfriars. That is meant to be really haunted. Again, if we went into the vaults, we'd want it to ourselves because that's what we're like. It'd probably be on a tour, wouldn't it? And there's too much noise from other people kind of spoiling the recordings and things. The Highgate Vampire rings a bell. I'm not too switched up on that one. Mary King's Close, part of Edinburgh. All right. Tuck Norris has got some haunted places in around his hometown, King's Lynn. What's well known is Blicklin Hall, where Anne Boleyn was supposedly sighted. Blickling Hut. What was she sighted in there for? Did she used to kind of hang out there, or was she killed there, or would there be a reason why her spirit would be there? Badger saying the underground city in Edinburgh is cool. Oh, just being on Tony's, excellent. If you send us a friend request on the Oculus, we'll do some VR, Badger. Because obviously we don't know what your name is on there. It was Thomas Bolin's home. All right. I'll write that one down as well. I don't know if it's within our distance, though. Blickling Hall. See, this is when we need other paranormal teams to join us because we kind of split the cost. Blickin or Blicklin. Blicklin. All right, okay, cool. What time is it? 9:37 p.m. Pretty sure the bowling house was an older one on the same site. Right. Cool. Wrote that down as well. Can't remember what else I had to talk about. Oh, my memory's terrible. Got a few large halls up in Manchester that are haunted, but don't know how they can be investigated. Stella, so is it Manchester you live, Stella? And if so, do you know how we can get access? I may have asked you this before, to the tunnels, Manchester tunnels. I don't just mean through a manhole. I know there's other ways in because people have done it, and we need to find somebody who can be kind of a guard for us. We don't mind paying. I love the Tudor era. It's fascinating, Rachel. Yeah. Karl Marx. Is that your handle, Badger, on Oculus? Show me the old air raid tunnels. I'm not sure what you guys call them. I know they run pretty much under most of the city, even under the cemetery, because I've seen the videos. Oh, Karl Marx is buried at Highgate, right? Good job you lot know your history, isn't it? It's why I'm not the historian. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could get in there. Could be the old air raid tunnels. I'm not sure. But yeah, people have started jumping off. I'm going to shoot off to get some food. It's been cool chatting with you all. Some more videos going up. Well, one going up tomorrow. My haunted hotel video. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Thank you, Badger, Stella, Mike, Rachel, Neville, Jaya, Tuck Norris, Jack, Shandy. Have I missed anyone? Babsy. Anybody else? Oh, you're going to do some racing on Forza. It's a cool game, that. Forza, is it 5? Brian. Yeah, if you've missed it, just watch it back. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Tuck Norris. We'll see you all again real soon, hopefully. What day of the week is it? Possibly Sunday, when we do some form of experiment. Is it 8 now? All right, okay. Good night, lovely people. Great chatting with you all, as always. Don't forget, if you like, see Annabelle Project episodes 1 to 4, become a member of the channel. Just press join. I've just been reminded by Rachel in the chat. If you pull a copy online, the Manchester Evening News, they are mentioning it this week. Manchester Evening News. I need to write stuff down again, don't I? Please leave a like on the way out. Yeah, Manchester Evening News. Cool, thanks, Stella. Yeah, so please take care, and we will be in touch soon with you guys. We'll see you again. Take care.